The neighbor's house.
Oh, God pardon my husband if he can. He has done ill by me, dear man. Left for the wide world just like that, and me a grass widow on the mat. Yet never did I grieve him or repose, but loved him tenderly, God knows. For all I know, he's dead, oh grief. Had I at least the coroner's brief.
Frau Martha,
Oh, Gretchen, what, my pet?
my knees are shaking, I declare. I found another casket there, of ebony in my casket, and full of jewels, stars on star, more precious than first by far.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. You must keep mum about it to your mother. She'd take it to confession like the other.
Just look and see. Oh, just look here.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh. Oh, aren't you the luckiest girl, my dear?
Just that I dare not wear it in the street, nor yet at church be seen in it.
Oh, come over oftener, don't look sour, and give the things a secret try. Parade before the mirror for an hour, and we'll enjoy them on the sly. On some occasion, then, a feast or such, we'll show them one by one, so folk won't notice much. The chain will keep a while. We'll try an ear balm first, your ma may never see. We'll hoodwink her at the worst.
Whoever left these chests for me to find? Here's something quite uncanny to my mind. Could this be mother? Oh, my sin!
Oh, it's a strange gentleman. Come in.
I step straight in. My forthright venture, I hope the ladies will not censure. It's for Frau Martha Schwerdlein, I inquire.
I'm she, sir. What's your desire?
I know you now. That is enough for me. I see you have distinguished company. I took a liberty. Excuse me, pray. I'll wait until later in the day.
God help us, child. By all that's human, he takes you for a gentlewoman.
I'm nothing but a poor young maid. My lord's too kind, I am afraid. These gems and chains are not my own.
Oh, it is not the gems alone. You have a way, a look so distingué. How glad I am that I may stay.
You bring... I'm eager, you'll excuse.
Oh, I wish I had more cheerful news. Please not to blame it on your guest. Your husband's dead, and sends his best.
Oh, he's dead! The faithful heart, oh no! My husband dead! I won't survive the blow.
My poor dear madam, don't despair.
Let me relate the sad affair.
God spare me loving at its cost. I could not bear it if I lost.
Joy must with grief, and grief with joy be stirred.
Recount me how his passing came.
He lies at Padua interred, of Saint Antonius' fame, upon a gravesite duly blessed, bedded for cool, eternal rest.
And have you nothing more long from him?
Oh, yes, a large and grave request. Be sure to have 300 masses sung for him. My pocket's empty for the rest.
What? Not a gift, a prize to cheer the heart with? What any journeyman saves in his satchel's deeps, to carry home for keeps, would sooner beg or starve than part with?
Madam, your troubles truly grieve me. He did not waste his substance, though he swore. He rued his errors much, believe me. Oh, yes, and his ill fortune even more.
Alas! The people are so sorely tried. Sure, many a requiem for him I'll pray.
You're worthy to be married any day. You are an amiable child.
Oh no, that won't be soon, for sure.
Well, if not a husband, then a paramour. It's bliss of heaven's highest grace to cradle such in one's embrace.
That's not the custom with us, sir.
Custom or no, it will occur.
Oh, do tell.
I stood beside his bed at his last breath. It was of something better than manure, half-rotten straw, and yet he died a Christian death, and mourned his dying more in debt than merely poor. Alas, he cried, with what self-hate it fills me, thus to forsake my calling, thus my wife. Ah, it's this consciousness that kills me. Had I but her forgiveness in this life.
Oh, the poor dear man! I've
But she, God knows, was more to blame than I.
He lied! With one foot in the grave to lie!
Oh, he doubtless raved in a delirious dream, or, I'm no judge at all, a dying trance. There was, he said, no idling for a second. To get first children, and then bread for her, bread reckoned with most all-inclusive sense, and I could never eat my share in peace once more.
Could he also forget all love, all vows he swore, the drudgery by day and night?
Oh, no, he was warmly mindful of your plight, said, as I sailed from Malta on my trip, I prayed for wife and child with fervour rare, and heaven duly heard my prayer, in that our vessel caught a Turkish ship, which bore a cargo of a sultan's treasure. Then valor reaped its just reward, and I received my well-earned measure out of the Ottoman horde.
Oh, yes. Oh, where? Perhaps he buried it.
Ah, who knows where the four winds have carried it?
No.
A fine young Neapolitan took pity on him, astray in a strange city. She proved to him a dear and faithful friend, of which he felt the blessings, to the end.
Oh, the thief, defrauder of his child and wife, that neither grief nor misery could wean him from his shameful life.
Well, now he's dead for it, you see. If I were in your place, I'd mourn him for a decorous year. Meanwhile, discreetly look for some new face.
The kind my first one was, oh dear, I'd not find easily another such. There never was a more winsome scamp than mine. He only liked the roving life too much, and foreign women, and foreign wine, and those confounded dice.
Well, tit for tat, and give and take, if he made light of, for your sake, an equal pinch of harmless vice. I swear, with this proviso true, I might myself change rings with you.
Oh, now my lord is pleased to jest.
I'd best be off before this gets absurd. She'd hold the very devil to his word. Where lies your own heart's interest?
What is your meaning, sir?
Dear artless innocence, you. Good ladies, my farewell.
Farewell.
Oh, before you go, I should be thankful for a witness where, how, and when my spouse found rest eternal. I've always liked propriety and fitness, and would want to read his passing in the journal.
Yes, ma'am. By what two witnesses attest, truth's always rendered manifest. I have a mate, a quite superior sort, that I can call upon before your court. I'll bring him here.
Oh, be sure you do.
And will our miss be present too? A gallant lad, been everywhere, speaks all young ladies passing fair.
I'd have to blush for my low birth.
Before no sovereign on earth.
Behind the house there in my garden, then. Tonight we shall await the gentlemen.
Faustgast.
2nd Street scene. How now? Soon ready? Are things nearly right?
Bravo! Stoked up and going strong. You'll have your Gretchen before long. You'll see her at Frau Marta's house tonight. Oh, there's a woman needs no jogging for pander's work and pettifogging.
Good work.
But first we're asked... No bother.
Done. One good turn deserves another.
We merely testify, just for the docket, that her late husband kicked the bucket, and rests at Padua in hallowed ground.
So we must make the trip first? That was smart.
Sancta simplicitas, you're not bound to know much, you just speak your part.
If that's the best you know, the deal is off.
A saint, just hear him huff and puff. Is it unheard of, a new start, for you to deal in perjured witness? Of God, the world, its every moving part, of man, the stirrings in his head and heart? Have you not judged with utmost force and glibness? With bold assertion, fluent breath, and yet, confess it, if you searched your soul, you knew of all this on the whole, about as much as of Herr Schwertlin's death.
You are a liar, a sophist, and were ever so.
Yes, if one weren't more deeply in the know. Tomorrow won't you try, in honorable guise, to pull the wool about poor Gretchen's eyes, and pledge her soul love as you go?
Yes, and sincerely.
I can tell. Then deathless faith and love, a generous surge about that single, all-o'erpowering urge. Will that be so sincere as well?
Have done, it will, for when I feel all blinded, and for that that teeming wealth, search for a name and cannot find it, then through the world send all my senses casting, for most sublime expression grasping, and call this blaze that leaves me breathless, eternal, infinite, yes, deathless. Is that a trick of devilish stealth?
Still, I am right.
Here, take this in, I beg you, and spare my lung. Who wants the last word? Using but his tongue is sure to win. Let's go. I'm weary of your voice. You're right, the more so since I have no choice.